Hi everybody, big warm welcome to all of you. It's tea time at the Ritz on Friday and here we are in our gorgeous room with I don't know, what has it got, chandeliers, gilded mirrors, and we've got a delicious tea spread in front of us and the company of some really wonderful, vibrant, lovely women, which is the whole point of this. I've been making these videos now for 4 months and as you know I started them at the beginning of lockdown in order to to help as much as I possibly could with those feelings of isolation, loneliness, being cut off from our friends and family, and as a support to all of you in the hope that it would entertain you, maybe give you food for thought and some level of inspiration. I don't know, that was my overall purpose. And of course it gave me something to do as well. It wasn't a totally altruistic act. I had this thought that it would give me a reason to get up in the morning and to put on a nice top at least, and some makeup, a bit of fuchsia lipstick as I have on today, do my hair, put some jazzy earrings on, and pretend that we were all together in a room having a really lovely time. And that is coming to an end today. Just briefly, while I go off for a holiday in France, lucky me, I'm off this weekend, and so we're going to have a brief break, but I'll be back in September. I'll also be in touch through Super Troopers and we'll be posting photographs and things that are happening to me over the coming month, and then back in September, and I've got lots of ideas for people to interview for Zoom calls and other videos that I want to make. So lots to look forward to, but this is the last of what I think of this series, if you like, the lockdown series of videos. And as I said, I have delighted in your company, which I've had really via feedback, where you've been kind enough to say that these videos have been helpful to you, and as has of course Super Troopers as the ongoing manifestation, if you like, of our friendship with each other and all these gorgeous women that we've got to know. As I said, I'm off to France now. France has been my dream place, if you like. It has been a place which I have loved passionately for a very, very long time. And I thought I'd share some of that passion with you today and try and explain to you the special place that that country and its people holds in my heart. My love affair with France started when I was 16. I did a French school exchange, as a lot of kids did in the 1960s. It would have been about 1963, I think, and I was 16 or 17, and I stayed with this absolutely delightful family in a place called Cholet in Maine-et-Loire, and it was such an eye-opener. I guess, like a lot of you, I'd lived this sort of post-war childhood, which was quite dull and drab in lots of ways. You know, the food wasn't great. My mum wasn't the greatest of cooks. And I went to France for a month, and it was like, I don't know, it was like coming alive somehow. I can hardly put it into words. But one of the key differences which really enthralled me was the fact that every evening this family of 6, mum and dad and 4 children, would sit down at 7 o'clock to eat the wonderful food that Madame had spent quite a lot of the day preparing, and they would sit and talk to each other, enjoy each other's company, laugh, and generally just have the most brilliant time. I had been used at home to meals lasting approximately 10 minutes and no longer. That was about as long as my father would bear to stay at the table. He would eat in silence the food that my mother had prepared, quite unimaginative food, to be honest with you. And then he would get up, he'd thank my mother for the meal and go off to the garden to tend his crops. So that was my experience of food and eating and family life. And this family in France did it so differently. So that was the first delight that I experienced. And there were many, many others. I just loved everything about that experience. I kept thinking, oh, I wish I'd been born here. You know, how brilliant would that have been? And of course, it made a huge difference to my fluency in the French language. So I came back, studied French as a main subject as I was training to become a teacher, and then a few years later, when I was in my 30s, I was doing a BA honours degree, and French was a big part of that. I had another opportunity to go and spend a month in Paris. Again, it was one of those unbelievably wonderful experiences. I ended up lodging. I was doing the course at the Alliance Française, but I ended up lodging with a fantastic Parisienne called Yvette, who had sadly lost her husband the year before. She had 2 teenage children, and to supplement her income, she had started to take in students. And again, it was a very social experience. Every evening was spent at the dinner table. She cooked very simple food, but it was delicious. And we would sit and talk and discuss the day and all sorts of things. It was wonderful. So again, I was thoroughly imbued with this sense that France was a place of elegance, sophistication, and of great, I don't know, I find it hard to put into words, but a place where you could really explore thoughts and ideas and express yourself in a particular way, which I didn't find at home at all. So that was, you know, as I said, the beginning of this long-held desire that I had to perhaps buy a place and to lead a more French life if I possibly could. So when my dad died in the mid-90s and he left me a sum of money, I thought I needed to seize the opportunity to realise this dream that I'd held for a long time. I was, at the time, I did a photographic holiday in a region called the Drome Provence, which is just south of Valence and near to Montélimar. Very beautiful region. And I stayed there doing this photographic holiday with a couple, and the husband of the couple was a builder called Andre. So when I had inherited the money, I said to Andre, this was about 1996, if you know of any properties around here that you think I might like to buy, can you let me know? So he subsequently did, and he said, come with me, I've got something to show you. So he took me up the hill through a village called Juanac, and we climbed up and then went down a drive and turned a corner and was immediately in front of the most wonderful vista view of the valley below. Just absolutely exquisite, really. And I just stood there and turned to him and said, have you any idea how much this property is likely to cost? I knew that it was on about 6 acres of land. So he said to me, it's 200,000 French francs, which I knew was about £20,000. So on the spot, without even looking at the property that was there, which was actually like a tumble-down cottage, like something out of Sleeping Beauty, you know, that she'd been asleep for 100 years. It was covered in brambles and, you know, the grass was up the grass was as high as an elephant's eye in the song. Anyway, it was pretty dilapidated, but on the spot I said, yes, Andre, definitely, I would like to buy this property. That was in 1996, as I said, and it took about 3 years to get the right permissions, to drill for water. We needed to find our own source, but Andre assured me that there was water everywhere. You just needed to find it, and find it we did, which made it possible for me to have a swimming pool. And Andre pulled down this very tumble-down cottage, and using the original stone, he built me a new house. But a new house that looked like it had always been there. So that started the beginning of my absolute passionate love affair with that part of France. So I actually moved in. It was habitable by about 1999, the end of the century, and I began to go down there every year and enjoy the most brilliant holidays with my family, my friends, and it became lodged in my heart as the most unbelievable and special place, which is, as I said, an idyll that is about to come to an end. I have very sadly decided that the French property must go for lots of reasons. It's quite a complicated decision that I've taken. It's partly to do with Brexit, I will be honest. Going to France is going to become a lot more challenging and difficult, and it's not going to be the same as it was before. But that is only part of it. If you own a property abroad, you'll know that when you're not there, there's an awful lot that can go wrong. There's an awful lot that you have to think about in terms of maintenance and upkeep and it being looked after. And also, the length of time that you spend there. You know, if you only spend 4 or 5 weeks, as I have started to do, then having the responsibility of a property like that becomes quite onerous. So yes, it is going on the market. I don't know how quickly it will sell in the current circumstances, but this year could be the last time that I actually spend time there with my friends, with my family, and enjoying that particular spot with its absolutely fantastic and phenomenal view. It will be with great sadness that I leave it on the last time that I'm there, but I will take with me all those memories and all that happiness that is absolutely imbued in that place. And it won't be the end of my French love affair, because I will go back. I've got plans for Paris. I've also got plans to actually rent somewhere that will have its own lovely pool, and I can invite my friends, and then at the end of it I can pack it up and it's no longer my responsibility for the rest of the year. So France will always stay in a very special place in my heart, and as I said, it will be au revoir, not goodbye, as a final statement, if you like. I want to end this video with a couple of poems. We've been having some enjoyable poems together. I've got one on friendship, which I think is totally appropriate given the friendships, albeit virtual ones, that have developed thanks to Super Troopers and also to these videos. It's a lovely poem. It's by Elizabeth Jennings, and it's just simply called Friendship. Such love I cannot analyse. It does not rest in lips or eyes, neither in kisses nor caress. Partly I know its gentleness. And understanding in one word or in brief letters, it's preserved by trust and by respect and awe. These are the words I'm feeling for. 2 people, yes, 2 lasting friends. The giving comes, the taking ends. There is no measure for such things, for this all nature slows and sings. So I think that's a lovely expression of what friendship means. And as I said, I really do feel that I've made very many more friends through lockdown because of the relationship that I've had with you via these videos, and also of course via Super Troopers. And this one is a lovely poem. It's a wonderful poem bursting with life and energy. It's by Maya Angelou, and it's called Phenomenal Woman. And I'm reading it because I think of all of you individually as this phenomenal woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman. Phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say it's in the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand that's why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. So what a wonderful way to draw to an end this period of our tea time at the Ritz through lockdown, with the thought of all of us phenomenal women who come together to give support and love and kindness and caring to each other through what has been an extremely challenging and difficult time. I am eternally grateful to have had your company. It has been a very, very real pleasure. And as I said, I'll still be in touch. I'll be posting onto Facebook throughout the next month while I'm away, and I'll be be reading your posts and enjoying them too. And I shall look forward to coming back in September to have your company once more. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this. And I hope if you are managing to have some kind of time away or holiday or just some lovely occasions with family and friends, I hope you have a really, really wonderful time. And thank you. Bye-bye.